A lot of interesting theories are surrounding Drew McIntyre, so we'll see what could happen there. We'll also check out what's happening with Zelina Vega, Cora Jade, and much more. Starting things off with Drew McIntyre and this new fan theory that's surrounding him, because the fans may be onto something here with this idea. So Drew's main motives and inspiration since his heel turn a few years back has been his hatred for certain superstars who wronged him in the past and how he never forgot it. Obviously, the first group of superstars Drew latched into first was Roman Reigns and the Bloodline. Drew cannot get over how badly he was screwed over during that Clash at the Castle match against Roman with the title on the line, and it's something that fueled his initial heel turn, and it's something that he's still mentioning in current day almost 2.5 years later. Another thing that Drew latched onto shortly after that was his hatred for CM Punk, and similar thing, Drew McIntyre said that he started to despise Punk after something personal happened between the both of them over a decade ago. And that grudge led to their near 9-month-long feud that we saw. So there's a very big reoccurring theme here, and that's the fact that Drew does not forget anything and will hold grudges with someone until the end of time. And like he just said on Raw, he views Roman Reigns and CM Punk as WWE's biggest villains, and that's why he's stopping at nothing to take them out. He says they're evil and finds their friends to be even more pathetic, so he's locked in on all of them. But here's where the fan theory comes into place. Drew is locked in on this mission right now to take out the entirety of the original Bloodline. We even saw Drew confront Solo Sikoa, and he did say that he has the urge to attack Solo. But at the same time, Solo is the only original member standing up to Roman, so Drew is going to leave Solo alone for now as long as he takes care of Roman. So if Drew is coming for the original Bloodline, Roman Reigns, CM Punk, and maybe even eventually Solo Sikoa's group, Drew is going to need a lot of numbers to help him out there. Drew is only one man that's targeting an awfully lot of people. So who can be Drew's help and reinforcements for this big mission he's on? Well, fans have pointed out 2 other big-name superstars that are pretty much on the same trajectory as Drew McIntyre, and those 2 superstars are Kevin Owens and Seth Rollins. Now, we've already seen Drew McIntyre approach Seth Rollins with the idea of linking up with him, but Seth was very dismissive of working with Drew McIntyre. He said that having common enemies does not make people friends, and he also disagreed with Drew that Sami and Jay should be punished because those are his friends and good people. But Seth is pretty much fence-walking the situation because he does strongly hate Roman Reigns and CM Punk as much as Drew does, so you can basically see the vision that Drew had. If he links up with Seth, someone that hates Roman and Punk as much as he does, that would be the perfect duo to handle this situation. But that's going to need a bit more convincing from Drew to Seth, because Seth is still a babyface and has respect for some of those babyface characters of the original Bloodline. But fans have the feeling that Seth will eventually give in over time and will take Drew McIntyre up on his offer to link up to take out the 2 big villains of the company, Roman and Punk. And then you have Kevin Owens, who's very like-minded to Drew and Seth when it comes to Roman Reigns and CM Punk. Similar to Drew, Kevin Owens allowed his grudges and feelings about the Bloodline to get in the way of his friendship with Cody Rhodes. He could not understand Cody Rhodes teaming up with Roman after everything Roman did to him over the years. So it inspired Kevin to absolutely lose his mind with Cody over that reason. Same thing for when it comes to CM Punk. There's been lots of subtle hints about Kevin's strong hatred for CM Punk. There's been little moments such as Kevin going up to a merchandise table and throwing CM Punk's shirts on the floor as he was walking to the ring. And you even had another moment that we recently covered here on WrestlingWorldCC where Kevin Owens purposely used the word moveset during the Raw Netflix kickoff event only because Punk mentioned earlier in the week how triggering that word is to him. So Kevin used it only to bother CM Punk. Kevin Owens is even continuing to use the word moveset on social media, all just to annoy CM Punk, who he very much dislikes. Another thing that Kevin can already agree on with Drew is that Sami, Zayn, and Jay are just as guilty. Seth is currently saying no and protecting them because they're his friends, but it's clear how Kevin feels about Sami and Jay after they ran back to Roman. He wants to get his hands on them, so Drew won't have to do much convincing there when it comes to Kevin Owens. Kevin can't stand Roman, Punk, and pretty much both sides of the Bloodline, so Kevin would be a picture-perfect pickup for Drew McIntyre's cause. And that's where fans think this could be headed. In order for Drew to take down these big superstars that have so much help and reinforcements around them, he's going to need some numbers around him himself. And that's where Seth Rollins and Kevin Owens enter the picture to stand with Drew McIntyre and his faction. 3 individuals that very strongly hold on to grudges for a long time, and 3 individuals that absolutely despised Roman Reigns, and CM Punk with every fiber of their being. Fans feel like having this trio together could increase their chances of reaching their shared goals of taking down Roman Reigns and CM Punk. There's a lot of different rumors circulating right now of Roman potentially getting a title match at WrestleMania, rumors of Punk getting a title match, even new rumors of Roman and Punk facing each other at WrestleMania 41. Just so many different routes right now. So maybe whatever is unfolding there between Roman and Punk is what brings this Drew, Seth, and Kevin faction together even more. Despite what Seth said on Raw, it is a pretty common thing for unlikely individuals to come together for a common enemy. Seth, Drew, and Kevin have not all seen eye to eye with each other in years past, but this common goal may be so big that they can temporarily look past their issues with each other. So that's something to keep an eye on, and we'll see if Drew does make a deeper attempt at recruiting them. Zelina Vega just did a very nice thing for Stephanie. One of Stephanie's signature horns that she wears on her head had broken, so Zelina Vega had a new pair created and gifted it to Stephanie. And in a post talking about why she did it, Zelina said that she just had to make sure Stephanie keeps walking out there like the star that she is. Zelina ended her post by saying that she hopes to have a match with Stephanie in the near future. And that post from Zelina did get everyone excited for that future showdown. There was a lot of hype when Stephanie first signed with WWE, and she's living up to the hype and even exceeding those expectations. She's absolutely taking NXT by storm, and it's only a matter of time before Stephanie is on the main roster and Zelina could get that dream match. But for the time being, Stephanie does appear to have hands full as she deals with Cora Jade. Cora took to her social media to issue a warning and tell Stephanie, Julia, and Kalani Jordan to watch their backs. So things are not finished there at all. Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens just got some big progress done with their story that's setting up another major match between the two of them. The night opened with a big warning from Nick Aldis. He pointed out how Kevin Owens had basically stolen the historic and prestigious Winged Eagle title and how he wasn't going to let Kevin disrespect the title any longer. Nick gave Kevin until the end of the night to relinquish the title or he will face potential career-ending consequences. So we get to the end of the night and Kevin refuses to give up the Winged Eagle title. Kevin said that it's the only negotiation tool that he had at his disposal, so he's not giving it back just yet. Kevin Owens said he wants another match with Cody Rhodes for the undisputed title. Cody Rhodes makes a surprise appearance and suggests the idea to have a ladder match at the Royal Rumble, with both titles being on the line. Nick Aldis hesitated at first, but eventually made the match official. It will be Kevin Owens versus Cody Rhodes in a ladder match where both the current title and the Winged Eagle title will be hung over the ring. So they're treating it as a unification match, even though Kevin is not the rightful owner of that Winged Eagle title. Telling by the parts of the story about Kevin disrespecting the Winged Eagle title, it seems obvious that Cody Rhodes will win this unification match, pose with the Winged Eagle title once more at the Royal Rumble, but Cody will then do the right thing and hand the Winged Eagle title back to Triple H and Nick Aldis so it can safely go back into the vault and away from Kevin Owens. But what are your thoughts on today's stories? Leave your comments below, don't forget to subscribe with all notifications on, and leave a like if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching.